Hey. Only a minute late this time. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, Allison. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. Man, oh man. It is slightly chillier tonight here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. -2. But I seen some Canadian geese today. So, sure sign of spring, because they have returned from their little trip to a warmer climate. Hey, Sandy. But how are you guys doing? How's your week so far, guys? There, I'll put my signature hat on. Ah. Hey, Rick. Rained in 20 Fahrenheit there? Alright, alright. No rain yet, but I love me some rain, though. Did I shave my head? I did! When did I do that, though? It's been like last week sometime. I'm just wearing the hat all the time, so you haven't seen it, but yeah. And I typically do, like, every couple of months. Very good, very good. But hey, y'all, this is, Oh, Allison, you said crazy. I think I quit my job today. Whoa. You think you... Wait, you think you quit? What is... I need context, Allison. But welcome to the live stream, y'all. It's more of a hangout stream, but we're going to talk about GH, obviously. I am still watching Beyond the Gates 2. Angel said, we had a blizzard this morning. And weren't you just on Sunday being like, you still have snow? See, we ain't the only one with full spring over here. Y'all have it too. But yeah, that kind of thing happens in Alberta as well. We'll have like a full-on like snowstorm, and then it'll all melt by the end of the day. Angel, you said I don't understand Sasha. I don't either. Man, but yeah, it's been an okay week on GH so far. I'm like trying to find like what do I like about this week. I liked seeing Lulu and Spinelli because that's like a friendship that we've barely gotten to see. We barely got to see it really with Emmy as well. But I'm glad that Bradford and Alexa, it's Alexa, right? Are sharing scenes as Lulu and Spinelli too. Beyond the Gates is good, beats the other shows. It hasn't won me over yet. I'm not gonna lie, Rick. Like I said, I am still watching, but I don't know. I'm not convinced it's gonna pull me in. And I hate that because I wish it would. I wish it would. Sandy says, Sasha refused Jason's money and took Sidwell's money. Exactly. I'm going to take money from a criminal I don't trust versus a criminal I trust. Make it make sense. I mean, maybe she's just not wanting to be riddled with Quartermain money, but it's like... I don't know. You can hardly really say Jason's a Quartermain, you know? Like, he's not going to try to keep her there. She ain't going to try... Or, in terms of, like, she's not his hostage. Like, if she wanted to move away from the house and into another town, he'd probably just move her there and, like, send her money. She could go anywhere she wants, do anything she wants. Um, Allison says it's petty and they have been trying to get me fired over a year now. Damn, I'm sorry about that. Sucks when you have shady bosses, right? I don't. I'm lucky, but like, I've had them in the past, and then I watched them get fired. So I've been lucky. I've been lucky. Sorry, I'm just reading your guys' comments. Rick, you said, did anyone hear about Chad Duell, who plays Michael, left for a better show and role? I seen a blurb that he had some kind of new role, but I didn't read the article. So if you guys know, inform me. Like, I seen a little blurb about it on Instagram, but I didn't read into it. Mostly because I just don't care. No disrespect, but you know, Chad Duell is not my favorite Michael, and I wouldn't mind someone else in the role. When kept you in the house? Oh man, that's rough to deal with, Allison. I'm sorry. Also, Lulu found out about Dante having a child out there that he is unaware of, and figured out pretty quickly that it was Brooklyn. And I liked seeing her sort of con her way into having Cody admit the truth, because it shows that Lulu does have smarts again. You know, and she played it cool, and it didn't come across as like false. She seemed like authentic, and like she seemed convincing as like someone who like clearly knew what was going on, or like, you know, she's playing the role as if she did know what was going on, but you know, outplayed him, outconned him. Loved that. Felt like classic Lulu. Felt like classic Spencer, more importantly. Angel, you said Chad Duell did a live stream. He seemed a little surprised that Willow and Drew are moving in together. He said Michael got some stuff to deal with. He do. He will. He will. Whatever he looks like. But does anyone know what his role is? Like, what's going on? Like, what? Inform me. I mean, I suppose I could look it up myself, too. Oh, man. What else happened this week so far? Oh, Charlotte texted Rocco again. And Danny told Jason, and Rocco did not like that. But, like, I feel like he should give some gratitude. Like, he doesn't want his mom going. This ensures that she's got someone that can actually rescue her, and it's not involving his parents, so they're safe. Jason and Anna are going. Not that Danny and Rocco know that, but you know, I think Charlotte will probably come home this time. I mean, I don't hate that she's gone. Y'all know, if you've been watching this show for as long as I've been doing it, which is like, gosh, I think 2016, I think I started this show. Then y'all know I don't like Charlotte. Jason and Anna off on another adventure. Kaiwan says Sasha's a big hypocrite and I don't like Sasha anymore. I mean, it was dumb and it makes no sense. Like, I'm with you there, Kaiwan. It was stupid. It don't make it make sense. I haven't done one of those. Make it make sense, y'all. Oh, I mean, so it's a play. It's not even real. Okay, whatever. Plays are like temporary, you know. "2016. What'd you do? Look it up? Man. Yeah, no, I started. Yeah, I did. I think. I mean, I would have started the GH or the GH after show, General Hospital Envy, like right at the start of January, and then just continued on, and eventually turned into a live stream, but that didn't happen till what, 2022 maybe even later, maybe even 2023. Sasha's whole thinking since she got pregnant makes no sense. Yeah, no kidding. Like, she didn't want Michael to, you know, claim fatherhood because it would mess up his situation with Willow. Also, didn't really want it to be a Quartermaine because then the Quartermaines would hound them until they get Jason, who is also a Quartermaine, to pretend to be the father. And she doesn't want anyone's money because she doesn't want it to be controlled. But now she's taking someone's money. And he's going to control her with it. So, like... I just don't understand. Lordy, lordy, lord. Allison says, Charlotte was a brat, but this story needs to be over. Yeah, I suppose you're right. But, you know, they could age her up a bit. Something. Someone said she was snorting that stuff again. God, imagine if she was. I doubt she is. Come on. But, like, and I know you're kidding. But, like, oh, that would suck. And then that baby would just be messed up. Acting crazy towards Willow because Willow don't like the fact that she lied about her mother. But she's hypocritical for not liking the Accord. I don't know. Both of those women are batshit right now. Willow's stupid for moving in with Drew. This poor man got her bamboozled. And he's just piling up the secrets, you know? Sandy, you said Cody's big mouth continues with Lulu. She played him like Gio's violin. But I don't hate it. Classic Spencer traits, man. It's about time these Spencers started acting like Spencers. And I liked seeing her and Maxie on a little bit of a caper. Angelie said it's too early for Sasha to have pregnancy brain. I mean, I don't know. The baby's already kicking. She's got a bump going. Baby's kicking. So, I mean, maybe they're just like speeding up this pregnancy, you know? Kind of like her first one. But that was because the actress got pregnant pretty quickly. But got pregnant in real life story. But yeah. I don't know. I'm okay with speedrun pregnancies. I would be so happy if we could go for one solid year without someone winding up pregnant. Just 1 year is all I ask. We haven't had that in forever, it seems. They don't always have the baby, but like there's always a pregnancy story. Angel says Portia needs to tell Curtis the truth and get under Drew. Basically, listen to Ava. Yeah, I agree, and she's not going to. Like, which sucks, and you know, it's just to drag out the story even more. She's due in June. The faster, the better. Exactly. Yeah, we got 3 months left, so. Charlotte's gonna get pregnant by somebody. No, she ain't. Well, Jake's not even in town, nor is Jake in Prague, so that's not happening. Allison, he said, I agree. But yeah, I think, yeah, Portia needs to tell the truth. It sucks that she's not going to, because that's just how these writers do this. Like, she knows, we know, it would cause her far less turmoil in this situation. Because I think Curtis was already a little bit sus that she did something in regards to Heather Weber. Um, and you know, it's also like a no harm, no foul situation. It didn't end up working. Like, yeah, I kept her in jail for a little bit longer, but she still got out. So, and really, like, there was other tests ran so fast that she couldn't really like go all in with that plan anyway. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just frustrating. At least, you know, Brad told Lucas the truth to his credit. And I knew, and I've said it probably the last couple of live streams that I did, that the minute that Lucas finds out that Brad is blackmailing Portia, he's going to cut ties with him. And it happened. So I don't know. It's crazy. It's the show is predictable as it can be, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, secrets all over the place. That's the whole theme of the show. Brooklyn's hiding the fact that she had a child and was pregnant as a teenager with Dante's baby and gave it up for adoption. You have Brad, who was keeping a secret from Lucas. You had, well, Sasha keeping her baby's father a secret. You got Drew keeping like 10 different secrets away from Willow. You got, I don't know, who else is keeping secrets? Everybody, pretty much, at this point. Jack's keeping secrets from Carly. Jason's keeping secrets from his family. It's just, I don't know. It is wild. It is wild. Too many secrets. Too much of the same theme. Like 6 secrets. Man. But yeah, and then the Fallout, it's either, I feel like every single Fallout of every secret that could be revealed right now is just going to fall flat. You know? They sorely lack on the follow through when it comes to big reveals on the show, and that's something that they can't shake regardless of who the writers are. And it's so funny because all the time I see like, we need new writers, and it's like there doesn't seem to be any good ones left because we went through 3 sets of writers in 1 year, and it didn't fix shit. It got significantly worse at one point. Oy. But yeah, trying to think, anything else exciting happened on GH this week? So far, not really. Yeah, I don't have much thoughts beyond that. The only thing I really enjoyed was the Lulu kind of conning Cody thing, and seeing Lulu and Maxie on a bit of a caper, and Spinelli kind of starting that. Sunny buying Valentine's house is an interesting plot twist, I suppose. I mean, it's not really a plot twist. They just don't want to use other sets. They don't want to have to build another set. So they might as well use the one that's not getting used. And I don't see Valentine returning to the show full time anytime soon either. Because, I don't know. I'm assuming James Patrick Stewart is busy. I'm assuming he's got stuff on the go. And I truly, I don't miss him in the canvas. You know? Like, I wouldn't mind having another Cassadine Big Bad, but yeah. Angel said, I don't understand why they can't write like the 90s and early 2000s. I mean, honestly, probably time and budget probably has a lot to do with it. They are in far more time restraints than they ever were. We know it to be true in terms of like their shooting schedules. They're shooting so many episodes at a time. But that likely means that they have to write these stories out much quicker too. So not as much care goes into the writing, and it shows, which is the unfortunate thing. But yeah. So stupid at all times. Sonny has billions of dollars. He can build his own house. I mean, maybe, but why build a house and spend, billions when he can just have a house that's probably less than that? Someone else does all the work for him. It's move-in ready. He doesn't have to do shit. He can get it fast and easy. But again, it probably more so has to do with the fact that it's another set that's not being used, so they might as well use it. It's like even Ava's house is kind of a mixture of TJ and Molly's house mixed with Finn's house. So reduce, reuse, recycle. And again, Willow and Drew's house is the Dawn of Day cult house. Poetic, but again, it more so just has to do with sets that weren't being used that can still be used. As it was, I think the only interesting writer they had was fired immediately. They literally undid all the characters like backstory with that writer, and that's why he got fired, because he sucked ass. Sorry, I hate to disagree with you, Kaiwan, but like dead ass, he got fired for a reason. He messed the show up big time. Reversed all the characters' personalities, flipped the script, did all this stuff, and it just made the show a disaster and hard to watch. They see getting their ideas from idiots on Twitter. Do you think they just have like a little hat where they just kind of throw in ideas into it and they just pick one out, and then they have another hat for like characters that are on the show, and they pick the character and that's the one that gets that story from the other hat? Because sometimes it seems that way. No, they didn't fire him because of the Willow thing. They fired him because none of the characters made sense under him. And as far as I'm concerned, the Willow and Drew thing, like, it just trashes both characters. Like, I now just, like, don't like either of them, and it sucks because I did. Although, like, to be fair with Drew, like, the character wasn't the same. Yeah, I'm talking about Patrick Angel. But yeah, it's, I don't know. Cameron Matheson's Drew I've never really warmed up to anyway, and then the writing just got significantly worse for him as time went on. So it's I don't know. It's just not great. So like the show has been worse than it is now, but it's been better. Yeah, they are both sleazy. Yeah. But at least, hopefully the payoff, and I know I already said earlier that like the this when Secrets come out, I feel like it's going to fall flat. But hopefully when Willow finds out all this stuff and she sees how dull she's been, I mean from what I remember, I think the actress that plays Willow, I think she said that she wanted for things to spice things up for her character. And they can still do that without Drew. They can really just, once she finds out the truth, she can get revenge with, and, help Carly Nina and make her extra spicy. Hey, Nathan. But yeah, time will tell. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more to say on GH. I was just kind of wanted to hang out with you guys this week. I guess we could touch a little bit on Beyond the Gates. I don't know how many of you guys watch it. But I wish I could say I'm enjoying it more. I still struggle with how bad of an actress the girl that plays Dani is. And today was the first episode that we've seen without her. It was an okay episode, but I think like the only episode I like thoroughly enjoyed, what beyond Danny's acting, was last Thursday's episode. Was pretty decent for me. But I don't know, to me, like the wedding confrontation was sort of lackluster. I don't like that she didn't shoot anybody. If you were gonna go all extra and bring a gun and make it the big sort of climax of the first week of the show, then somebody should have got shot. And all she did was shoot some flowers. But yeah, I don't know. I want to say, I'm wanting to hold out hope for the show, but it's not pulling me in. It's not pulling me in that much. It has, like, don't get me wrong, it does have potential. There are some good storylines happening. The acting, apart from Danny character, a lot of them are slowly kind of finding their footing, but there's more characters to be introduced. We know, I think John Lindstrom, who plays Kevin on this show on GH, airs Friday, I think. So I do kind of want to watch for him to come on and see what his character is like. But I don't know. Hey, Jakarius. Angel, you said Rocco was kind of loud today. That was the most alive I've ever seen Rocco. Well, to each his own, Kaiwan. I'm not really looking at the booties. Why did they do the TJ character like that? They found a black actor that they liked better than the guy that plays TJ is probably what the real sitch was. So I don't know. Maybe they have a black character quota. I don't know. Allison says, yeah, he came alive. But yeah, TJ's just gone. No one's even talking about where he's been. I mean, maybe we can presume he's still in the hospital and just not being shown, but like, I don't know. I think we've already seen the last of him. They've already got Molly kind of in Cody's orbit. But after today's scenes, I definitely still prefer Cody and Lulu. And that's just my opinion, but I enjoy them more. They have better chemistry to me. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they can send the actor that plays TJ to Beyond the Gates. You know, at least we know he's a good actor. Maybe he'll make the show better. GJ is supposed to be recurring. Yeah, but remember, like, there was a time, whatever, like, maybe a year before, or the year before, where, like, they seemed to be, like, sort of prepping him up to be a main character, a leading character, and then it just didn't happen. Lulu love triangle. Cody and I don't know. I'm here for Cody and Lulu. Well, reoccurring just means not on contract. So like they could still utilize him when they want to, but it's like Diane, you know? She's recurring. She doesn't really have stories of her own, but she appears every now and then. But I think that she'll probably appear more than TJ does, which is the sad reality. If TJ appears at all. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Has he addressed it yet? Because I know, like, he kind of hinted that there was stuff going on that he needs to talk about, but I don't know. And just said, isn't Taggart going to be on the gates? That's what I heard, but I haven't seen him yet. But yeah, I haven't seen him yet. I know John Lindstrom's on there. He airs Friday. I don't think I've heard of any other GH cast members going there, but Robert Guza Jr. is the executive producer, who is GH's head writer, and Michelle Valjean, I think the name is, who I think was also a head writer, is the head writer of this one. But yeah, I don't know. I'm seriously on the fence of Beyond the Gates. My mom is not enjoying it. She gets annoyed when I watch it upstairs, because she's just like, I don't know. She's on the same boat as me in the sense that like the acting of Danny is really jarring, and it took us both out of the show. But I don't know. The stories are somewhat intriguing, but the acting's got to get better in order for me to start enjoying it. And it seems like a lot of the leading characters on the show aren't that great, and then the side characters are the ones where like the actors seem like they're seasoned. And again, it could. I'm trying to be fair in the sense that it is the first couple of weeks. A lot of these actors are slightly out of not out of their element, but like they've been out of work for a while, so maybe they're just kind of having to wet the whistle. Who's the writer on the Gates? Well, he's the executive producer. He's the executive producer. I haven't seen him in the writing credits though. He is the Frank Valentini of Beyond the Gates, apparently. So I don't know. CBS soaps are different than ABC soaps. That's for damn sure. Nathan, you said, I think the show is very good, but there's some stuff that need to work on. Like not overloading one character on for dual. Ah, lordy. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like the stories are good. They seem to not be afraid to get a little bold in terms of like the raciness and the sort of, you know, the shock value moments that they like. I don't know. Like, and it sucks. Like I'm still getting used to the characters' names as well. I haven't picked up on all the names, so it's hard to describe. But there's certain characters where you're like, like this guy's like something more is going on here. I think the character that I'm thinking of is Andre. Like he seems to be a bit of a man-ho. You know, he's hooked up with Danny a couple times. He seems to be thirsting over that new nurse at the hospital there. She doesn't seem to reciprocate, I don't think, but her boyfriend definitely thinks she does, or the boyfriend definitely knows that he's into her, and it's worrying him. But yeah, the fact that like the show is so centered around this character who's played by an actress that can't act, it's not doing the show favors. And then the other villain on the show, whose name also I forget. Good to see you too, Albert. The other girl who's like kind of the main villain on the show, she's not that great of an actress either, and neither is, I mean, the girl that's playing her daughter. She's all right. But yeah, I don't know. The show's not winning me over, and I hate that. You know, I've almost watched it for 2 straight weeks now, and I don't know, it's waning on me a little bit, and like, I don't know. Like, what's a fair amount of time to give a show a chance to get off the ground, in your guys' opinion? Let me know, because like I'm about to tap out after Friday, you know? After this upcoming Friday. Because I'm like, 2 weeks seems okay. 3 weeks, a month seems too long. But it's also tricky because, like, in the sense that, like, if you watch like a primetime show that's on once a week, you can kind of gauge it by like an episode or two. Like soaps are a slow burn, naturally. It's 5 days a week, so I don't know. I don't know. What's fair? What's fair, right? I hope it gets better. And I think like even if I stop watching the show like every day, I'd still probably like check in on like the promos, like previews and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, one thing I didn't talk about for GH, and I should have because it was in the thumbnail, but like Carly and Nina. Maybe I read it wrong, but like it struck me as they knew that they were both meeting up with Willow and just played it off like they didn't know. And of course, Carly Carly was herself in the situation, and I think she caught on that Nina was just playing the sort of wallflower because of not wanting to isolate Willow. But I don't know. It certainly is interesting seeing those two team up, and saying, you know, we got to get rid of Drew one way or another, no matter what. It just makes me wonder, like, what are they gonna do? What can they do from inside of that house? You know, what are they gonna find in that safe? Because that's the thing they kind of focused on last week. You know, Nina was given the code for the safe, but what will be in there? Portia's secrets? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand that Nina, Carly, and Willow scene. Well, Willow needed to tell Carly and Nina the truth that she was moving into Drew's house, but obviously Carly and Nina already knew that that was the game plan and that Drew would definitely get her into that house. So they just had to act surprised and shocked that it was a thing. Carly had to act angry like she had no clue and that she's blindsided. But who knows? Who knows? Nah, we don't need Portia ruined by sleeping with Drew. Portia's already on a slippery enough slope as it is. Allison says it's different, Carly and Nina getting along. Hopefully they find dirt on Drew. I mean, that's the thing, is that people do. People do have things on Drew. He is openly seeing his nephew's wife, making it known, moving in with her for the world to see. Oh man. And you know, Curtis did convince the congressman to not back Drew, and for now at least the whatever they call the project that is going on a certain part of the waterfront is still going through. Comment says you're not trying to see GH compete with Beyond the Gates. Well, that's the thing, is that at least on our end here, it's those shows are on at the same time, GH and Beyond the Gates. Obviously, we record both in this house so that we can watch it. Usually when I get home. I'm never like home during GH now because I'm full-time working and always working till like 6. So why is Drew still allowed at the Metro Court? Good question. I mean, Carly could ban him, but I suppose like realistically, like he'd have to go in there sometimes. Paramount, so you gotta wait till 6 or 2. Alright. Oh yeah, it's Paramount and CBS. So it does air on Paramount Plus, I think, the app. Angel says, Portia does not need to be punished by being with Drew. Amen. Beyond the Gates has higher ratings than GH this week. Just saying. Well, like, yeah, duh, because it's a new soap. But also, like it is something fresh. It's an all black cast. It's got intriguing stories. It's just the acting is awful for like but not like the whole cast, but like a decent sized chunk of the cast is not that great at acting right now. And it's been 2 weeks. They should be settling in a little bit, and some of them aren't. But yeah, I don't know. It's just not pulling me in. I hope it does. This is the second cliffhanger for Friday. Obviously, they kind of centered the first week around the wedding. And now it's kind of like, well, okay, your gimmicky thing is over. What are you going to be like when things are just kind of coasting along? Can it keep the audience interested? So that's where the test is. Like, I think all soaps to a degree, they always kind of, probably at the start, they always have something going for them in that no one knows what's going to happen. You pull them into the first week. It's exciting to see a new show. It's exciting to see a cast of characters that you've never met before. Especially in this kind of format where we haven't had a soap premiere in decades. It like there's an exciting part to that. But we know that there can't be like a crazy shocking thing every single week. So the show's also gotta keep our attention in other ways. GH, through all of its flaws, still manages to hold my attention. Whereas Beyond the Gates, I find myself like already kind of like wanting to look at my phone and do other things while it's just on in the background. Whereas GH, my phone is put down and stays down. Beyond the Gates. Oh, do you think they'll ask the fans what they want to see on the show? I mean, it's hard to say. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what I want the show to be. I suppose, like, in a sense, what kind of vibes I'm getting, aside from, like, obviously there's this rich family, and it's like when you compare it to a soap, you think of like the Quartermaine family, the rich family that has shady dealings that they all kind of brush under the rug with their money and their influence. This is kind of the black version of that. But I feel in some ways the show, if I could compare like at least the family that the show is centered on, it gives Empire a little bit. Like obviously that had more to do with, you know, musicians in the family and all this, because that's just the show's premise. But, you know, it feels, in terms of like their influence and their money and their shady dealings, like this show could easily be that. It's just that it's dealing with a soap opera budget. Like I want to know how dark this family is, because they're alluding to certain secrets that would get out, that, you know, Bill, the sort of husband that cheated on Danny and ended up marrying her daughter's best friend's whatever. Like Bill knows a thing or two. I want those secrets to be revealed, and then I can sort of maybe, if it's intriguing enough, then maybe it could hold my interest. Empire had more action every episode in the beginning. Yeah, but we had to consider that the Empire, like Beyond the Gates, does not have Empire money. you know, like it is hard for a soap to pull that off as well, because it's 5 days a week, every single week for a year. Whereas shows like Empire, they had like 13 to 22 episodes a season, depending on the season. So I don't know. Hard to say. Sandy said, I wish they had gotten Darnell Williams from AMC to play the father Vernon. I'm not familiar with him, but hey, you know, if he was a good actor, then why not? But yeah, I don't know. I just want. I just need a little bit more context on who this family is, because we've only kind of got like a window into them. We know that they're rich. We know that they are kind of the center of the world on the show and the center of this gated community. They're kind of worshipped as like this really great family from like the outsiders looking in, but there's clearly some drama that we are not privy to, and maybe the public's not privy to in terms of that neighborhood. Angel, you said it feels Tyler Perry. So I don't really watch a whole lot of his shows. My mom watches Sistas on BET, I think. But I've not kind of watched her watch. Oh, he played Jesse Hub. Okay, so I do know who he is then. He played Jesse, who was married to Angie. I mean, that would be a win, right? Like, they were kind of like the Luke and Laura of All My Children, no? In a sense, they were kind of their super couple. And that's probably like the only time that I watched All My Children, when they reunited, like when he turned out to be alive, and because they made such a big thing of it. And so like my brain was like, oh, this is giving like Luke and Laura excitement. I need to maybe tune in. And I feel like they did a good job with the comeback of the couple, and just the effort and care that they put into the reunion scenes. The train station scene, I remember using that Alicia Keys song. I still remember, and I can remember like probably like this, obviously CGI, but like I swear for that moment they used part of GH's set, when he's like running on the hospital roof and jumping onto the helicopter to rescue Angie. Like, these are the scenes that stick in my head from that time. I didn't watch religiously during that time. I just kind of tuned in here and there. And I would go to like the Soap Central message boards to see if like anything intriguing seemed to happen. And this, of course, was when soaps were a lot more easily watchable on YouTube too. So I was watching on there for the most part. But yeah, I don't know. It had its moments for sure. But yeah, I have no context in terms of like Tyler Perry shows. Like, every now and then I've been in the living room when my mom's watching it, but I'm usually doing something else when it's happening. But I can see how you think that, I guess. But so, like, from my understanding, Tyler Perry shows are pretty like popular, no? Because like he seems to be the entirety of BET's like shows. Like, they're all his, are they not? Sorry, I'm just closing some things. Alright. But yeah, I don't know. We shall see. I'll for sure watch the rest of this week. Verdict's up on whether I'll continue to watch next week. I might, because if, like, let's say John Lindstrom's character only kind of appears at the end of the episode, then maybe I'll stick around for one more week before ultimately deciding to sort of give up on it. But I don't know. And to that end, I will still pay attention to kind of the online chatter about it, just to sort of stay somewhat informed. Angel said, I find Tyler Perry shows redundant lately. Alright, that's fair. Like I said, I have no context. I've not watched any of his shows at all, really. Did he also do the Medea movies, or did I imagine that? And I kind of watched maybe like one or two of those, but even they couldn't hold my interest. It was just kind of like a little bit too cringe for me. All right, though, y'all. I don't have a whole lot more to say. We've already kind of gotten off the topic of GH anyway. And even though, I did dedicate last Wednesday to Beyond the Gates, I don't want that to be the theme because I'm not sure I'm going to stick with this show. But I'll still kind of give you like check-ins with Tyler Perry is Medea. That's right! He is Medea. Yeah. But did he produce those shows? Huh. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. By the way, before I end the stream, Sunday might have to do something about that stream. And it's going to be tricky because I can't live stream Monday either. So might have to do an early Sunday stream for that day because I am going to another show on a Sunday, and I'm not trying to make it a habit to go to local concerts on Sunday. This one's a bit of a special occasion. So there is this band here in Edmonton that has gone viral internationally, particularly both in Canada and the US, who I've seen countless times before. But the reason why they've gotten viral is because there is a video that sort of circulated online of them kicking down a Nazi and shoving them out of the venue. And so, like, given the climate of the world we're in, I feel like that they deserve to get some coverage on my music and YEG stuff, just to like celebrate them for making our cities and our shows a safer place to be. So I really want to go out there and kind of give them good content, good footage to use. They've not offered, or they've not like asked me to film, but I do a lot of music in YEG for pro bono, and I really just have a filming business on the side that I do get paid for. It's kind of two separate things. Music in YEG is really just kind of like my love letter to local artists here and just giving them content. I guess the difference is, like, when I'm out there just doing it pro bono, I'm not filming almost the entirety of the show. I'm just filming highlights, a minute here, a minute there of a couple of songs. And that's what I'll plan on doing on Sunday as well. But yeah, they just deserve some good footage. And I don't know if you guys have caught some of my shorts. I've been trying to promote local Canadian artists, local Edmonton specifically, because that's where I'm at, on YouTube shorts, just to introduce the world to them a little bit. But yeah, it's been pretty badass. I've been lucky enough to see them, I think 4 or 5 times by now. And a lot of that was just they were playing the same shows as some of my friends. So I was always seeing them around and stuff. But now I haven't seen them since I've gotten like a better phone with like cinematic 4K quality footage. So I want to give that to them for Music in YG. Post it on there. If they ask for the footage, I will gladly send it to them. So I don't know. That's why I'm excited to go to that show. Just to give them their flowers it's the perfect opportunity to. It's at one of my favorite bars in the city as well, the Buckingham, and I haven't been there in a minute. It's been, I think the last time I was there was like early winter, so it's been a minute. Better phone was a cinematic one. Yeah, like listen, my footage, even I'm impressed with the footage. And that footage has also gotten me like a lot of gigs to film for bands that want to hire me, which is great. It's a good side hustle. But yeah, it's I don't know. I just feel like if I don't go to this concert, it won't make sense because, you know, I'm trying to film the best of the best in Edmonton's music scene, and it doesn't get much better than a badass metal band for one, Vargul are their name. To I probably said it wrong to be honest, but like that's what it looks like to me. But yeah, it's I don't know. I'm excited to see him again and give them the flowers and sort of be there for that moment, because I think this is definitely their first show, at least here in Edmonton, since they've gone viral. So, and it's been surreal to watch for me because, like, I mean, I've seen local bands blow up, and it's been really cool to kind of be there from the beginning. But like to see something like this go viral at the time in the world that we are at, it's like to be there exactly in that moment in time. It's like pretty cool, and so I just want to be a part of that. I think you know, I'm probably not the only one that feels that way. I'm sure, you know, I've already promoted that show on my music and YG stuff and posted it even on my own Facebook page, and just like randomly having it randomly pop up on like this American YouTube channel, which I was like, what? And I had like friends that like don't really go to local shows being like, do you know this band? Like it's been a cool like couple of weeks. It's been a cool couple of weeks. So and I'm sure a lot of people that I know are going as well. So I don't know. We'll see. Story about Beyond. What would it be? What do you mean? Hold on. Before I go, and sorry if my thing sort of freezes here. I'm just opening up the internet. Oh, it's installing updates. Of course it is. I was gonna try to look up the spelling of their band name because it's a very tricky spelling. Just if you guys want to check out the footage for yourselves. Because I mean, how often do you get someone doing, you know, a Nazi salute and then seeing them get like kicked, like literally kicked in the stomach by the you know, the singer of the band. He was not tolerating that shit, and it doesn't get more punk rock than like, you know, beating down a bigot, beating down a Nazi. But yeah, it's just another thing in the sense that like it just the reality of the world that we're currently in, that they feel safe enough to do that in certain situations. And it's good to know that there's people in our scene that wouldn't tolerate that. Nor would I, for that matter. But they'd be stupid to come to like my show, wouldn't they? The person isn't suing or pressing charges. So, I mean, the video only went viral recently because I think of what happened during the inauguration in the States. But this happened back in November. So, and I think that they had reposted it right after that inauguration. But I don't think he did. Yeah, no. Like, I mean, they're all still doing their thing, so I don't think any charges were pressed. But even the band, like the bar, threw him out too. Like, it wasn't just the singer. Like, the singer did like sort of be like not because he did it like first of all, the guy and maybe I'm gonna get the name of the band just so you can look up the footage yourselves. The guy does it right in front of the singer's face, as if he's like expected him to be like cool with that. And he's like, hell no. Take your hate speech and BS out of there. And to be fair, like, it would look bad if, like, the police were like, oh no. You know, it's just asking for violence. Singer isn't facing assault charges? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not that I know of, not that I've heard. The guy's probably trying to keep a low profile so that people don't stalk him, you know? It's not like they name drop the dude. No one's actually, as far as I know, as far as I've seen, no one's stated who the dude is. But the dude stands a lot more to lose than the singer. Because, you know, no place would be safe for him if his name got out. And surely someone in that crowd knew him. The show also wasn't in Edmonton, by the way. This show happened in Vancouver. They were on tour. And yeah. So, sucks to suck. But, you know, we're also a country that takes like hate crime seriously. So, you know, Canadians, we like for the most part, yeah, like don't get me wrong, there certainly are racists in our country, but there's a lot more people standing up to it rather than making excuses for it like they are in the States. He was just waving, showing his love to his country. Yeah, and then coincidentally, everyone started doing it and saying deport them. And it even happened here in Alberta too, right in our city. And then, you know, the sleuths of the internet found out exactly what their names were, who they were, and now they can't be seen in public again. One of them actually was a musician here in the city, who is never getting a gig at any venue here again. So, you reap what you sow. Okay. Sorry, now that the internet is done updating, I don't know. Is it going to let me put a link in the chat, you guys? Does YouTube work this way? I don't even know. I've never posted a link. Sorry, I'm not really seeing you guys in the chat either if you're saying anything. Just cause I'm searching YouTube. Well, money doesn't always talk. Sometimes money gets you killed. Look at what that Luigi guy did, right? Where? Okay, I was gonna try to find like the video from when it had gone viral. Oh, look. Yeah, okay, there we go. Sorry, I was seeing some of my footage from them in the past. All right, so I will I'm going to attempt to copy the link, and if the link doesn't work, I will just copy the name of the video in the chat. But y'all can see for yourselves what went down. Is this going to work? That's the video. Is it clickable, you guys? Let me know. I'll just put the name in there too, just because I have to wrap things up pretty quickly here. The video that I found just says band's name is Vargul. And I'm trying to copy that title and it's not letting me! Apologies if it gets loud. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I had to click on the video just so I can copy the dang title. Ah. So that's the band's name, but that's also the title of the video. The title of the video was literally band's name is Vargul, because I think people were asking who they were. And that's footage from Yegwave, which is kind of like Edmonton's sort of like random, they post random things on Instagram, presumably Twitter as well, social media, they're just all over social media. And it's kind of like Edmonton's like things that go down in Edmonton sort of video vibes. And then it picked up steam and got picked up kind of around the world after that. Mostly Canada and the States, of course. But yeah. Alright. But yeah, watch out for yourselves. In terms of your last question, Kaiwan, I just want to see what shady stuff they got up to. I want to learn that. If they have to tell that through flashbacks, I'm down for that. Because obviously we don't have a past to look at in terms of old episodes. This is the first that we're seeing of the soap. So I don't mind them going back a bit and showing like what happened at this point in time of their lives and going back a little bit. Alternatively, like if I don't stick around, what would bring me back into the show is if they I don't know, they just have them, the link works, good to know. If they do something shady in present day and it's like really, really bad, and just watching to see how they try to outmaneuver themselves from getting caught or whatever, then yeah, you know, maybe. Or maybe dealing with another rival family that wants to take over the show. Dude, I'm lagging so hard. That's probably from going back and forth on the internet so much. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna close out of it because I don't need it anymore. Couldn't see the guy doing the salute. He does it. Oh, there's another video that circles it. Maybe that one doesn't, but he's like pretty much right in front. He like does it twice. Just like maybe like when you watch him kick, go back and look exactly where that kick was just a few seconds earlier and you'll see the salute. Because he does it like, you know, again, he does it twice and he's clearly in front of him. Otherwise he wouldn't have just been able to just be like, but yeah, he does it beforehand. But there's been like Instagram and TikToks and other videos where it's circled exactly where the guy is, and it's like, watch this guy right here, see what he does the salute, and then yeah. So and yeah, gets kicked, then gets shoved all the way to the back of the venue, and what happens off screen, I guess, is that the bar, or the people working at the bar, helped drag that guy out. So, in the end, what's that saying? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Or FOFA, or FAFO. Alright, y'all. But I'm going to end this stream here. I was really going to only do a half an hour. And it turned into more than an hour. So I'll let you guys go. Again, Sunday, we'll have to take it as it comes. I'm probably going to try to get all my notes out of the way on Saturday. Just because I'm off Saturday. I do have a show to go to Saturday night, but I can at least get the notes done. And then, depending on what time I have to be there for the show, because I don't know if they're headlining that one. I think maybe they are. I have to see when the show starts again, but it's definitely within the time frame that I usually live stream. So like earlier in the day, but I'll try not to make it too early. All right, good night, Allison. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. If you liked this hangout stream, we don't usually hang out on Wednesdays, but sometimes we will. If I don't want to watch any classic episodes of GH and do like a GH reactions video, then we hang out. If you know, you know. Now you know. But yeah, give it a big old thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. I'd really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys Sunday afternoon at some point. All right, good night. Mwah.